Hello, New York City. The World Trade / Empire State Building / everything else. No, you can see the World Trade from here. But you can't. I walk every 4 paths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right now I'm in Zone 2, Midtown. It's my block. I work hard, put in work, and that's it. Republican power, baby. Trump for life. NRCC. You know how we do. Yep, a very high taxpayer. And when they say they're going to take the money from the rich, like Obama did, he's talking about people who are high Social Security. Yep. And people with high Social Security, Democrats get rich off of Social Security and hand it to the poor so that people can go to college with fucking student loans, be on welfare, come out of fucking college, be in debt for $45,000 to $75,000 in debt, and then you make taxpayers pay for it. See, people don't know what a taxpayer is. A taxpayer is a person that works in long terms. You have to work over 18 years or more, or 40 to 30 years to be a taxpayer. A lot of people don't know that. So a person can be sitting there saying, I'm a taxpayer. No, you work for your check. If you get 28% and 31% on your check every week, and it's going towards your Medicare and Medicaid, you're not paying taxes. If you're not getting a letter every 3 months to let you know to where your taxes is going towards and what you're gaining until you hit Social Security at the age of 65 to 72 years of age. And the average person that say they paying taxes are going back to work at the age of 72. And these are facts. So people can sit there and say, oh, they taxpayers, they provided for the community. They're not provided for the community. You're not provided for nothing. Only thing you provided is for yourself. And people need to understand you have to work in long terms to gain Social Security. You know what I mean? So the higher Social Security, the more benefits y'all get on your fucking public assistance, disability, food stamps, welfare, and student loans. That's how the Democrats get rich, you know? Because people can't afford to take their kids to college. You know what I mean? They can't afford to do all the other things that other people do. And it's sad, you know? It's very sad. So poor people need to stop sending their kids to college, period. You know what I mean? Need to stop sending to have my son in school. Because right now, we got over 10,000 grads, right? Listen to this shit. 10,000 grads that decided to say, I'm not going to get a job. I'm going to sit there and get on self-employed, collect food stamps, get on welfare. You know? Because once you get on that welfare and food stamps, guess what happens? You cannot get a job at corporation. Corporation don't hire people on food stamps and welfare, on any type of subsidy, you know? So, y'all can sit here and take that fucking subsidy if y'all want. But y'all don't realize once you get on welfare, food stamps, public assistance, and student loans, you're not no longer part of the financial world. You can't get American Express card. You can't get a brand new car. You have to be co-signed because the federal cuts you off. Swiss people don't give you more money when you owe money. Ain't that some shit? That's like borrowing money from the fucking mafia and say, I need $110,000, right? But you can't pay back the $110,000, but you want more out of $110,000. That's why the UCC say that 98% of Americans is not viable no more because they put themselves in debt due to welfare and the Jewish fucking corporation. You know, what they provide for you. So if you want to be independent and you want to be free, you have to get a job and stay off the fucking subsidy. Once you're off the subsidy, you have more privileges than anything. I live 0% finance, and I co-sign for hundreds. And people from nationwide, worldwide. You know, people say, hey, Bruce, thanks for that, man. Because you have to go through certain people to live in certain privileges. These are facts, you know. Perfect example, if you go down to a car dealership, and they say for you to get that brand new car, you got to put down $4,000 on a down payment. I go to the car dealership, guess what happens? My down payment is going to be 0% because only thing I'm paying is state taxes. That's the only thing I'm paying, state taxes. I could drive over a car dealership with $50 in my pocket and say, hey, here you go. Whatever the state taxes are here in New York City. So I could walk in and get me a Porsche Panorama, a BMW, Benz, at a brand new car dealership without a down payment. Others had to pay a down payment because you put yourself in debt. The more you put yourself in debt through the, to what you had borrowed from student loans and welfare and all that stuff, you have to have a higher interest. So that means your interest is like, what, $4,000 down payment, $3,000 down payment? My interest is 0%. So people don't get to why I co-sign for people that's put themselves under the scrutiny. So student loans, welfare, public assistance are the new slave system because it keeps you from crossing bridges into the real fucking world. And these are facts. So people could get mad at me when I talk about welfare and all that stuff, but when you apply for American Express, what happens? They send you a letter through the mail and say, sorry, you don't have no finance. When you want to go get a brand new car, they're going to say, you got to go down the block to Roscoe's car dealership, a used car. You can't get a brand new car. If you want to get a condo or loft, they're not going to allow you to move into a condo or loft like I have brand new apartments. Every apartment that I get, or anything I get, is brand new fucking spanking new. Nobody else has it. So people need to wake up to why America is a slave nation. And this is why people come here into refugee here. This is why Trump is trying to put up the wall. Because Trump want to put up the wall so that he can keep the balance so the resource won't get used up. Because resources come from Social Security. That means your grandmother's Social Security is going to be damaged. Your father, your mother that been working for 30 years, shit going to be damaged. She ain't going to be able to get, she's going to be getting like $700 a month instead of $1,200 a month. Because y'all decided to take over the fucking welfare resource. Because y'all don't want to put in work the same way like your parents did. I've been working for 18 years straight. When are you going to find somebody to work 18 years straight? Nowhere. So Hillary Clinton, her bum ass, and her bum ass husband, Bill Clinton, put so many people in debt. I know people right down to this day, that owe $65,000 to $40,000 to $75,000 in student loans. And had a nerve to get a fucking nursing job like you're gonna heal somebody. Why do y'all go to nursing school anyway? To kill people? So y'all can give the pharmaceutical pills to the patients and use everybody as his guinea pigs? That's why they send your ghetto ass fucking welfare queens to these fucking programs to become nurse. Because y'all not healing people. Y'all just there for a paycheck to paycheck. That's all to it. So people need to wake up and realize that Trump is going to come in office, develop jobs, get everybody off the scrutiny, get rid of this $1 trillion fucking debt that we in. Because right now, America is a welfare fucking nation, man. I'm serious. It's sad. We're not even considered as a viable nation. Our currency is fucking low. We can't even go to other countries and say, oh, let me use this dollar bill, because American dollar is getting weaker and weaker. It's probably good in certain poor countries like in South America, but it's not good no more, So basically, we got to get this debt down and get our country back to where it used to be. Because a lot of people cannot open up businesses. A lot of people can't get no bank loans. A lot of people can't do shit right now. Only thing they can do is just sit there and say, oh, why is that they can do this and do that? Why the Arabs can come here and make millions of dollars and still get on welfare? And next thing you know, they can go back to their country to become rich. This is what Americans do. So Hillary Clinton is opening up doors so that she can let the foreign people in, so they can use up the welfare resource, get rich, and go back to their fucking country. That's what she do. But y'all don't get politics. Y'all just look at it, Donald Trump, because the way he talks. No, he talks like that because he's used to being the boss. He's used to debating with people. He's used to doing certain things. And say, hey, I'm not taking the orders. And he's not taking that president pay. Because people in secret society is probably saying, hey, we can't tell this guy what to do. You can't tell somebody what to do that's independent. That's IBO. He's sitting on top of the pyramid. So how you gonna tell somebody what to do when he's under the pyramid? He's sitting on the top looking down, while y'all's looking up. Hillary Clinton is still looking up because she's a puppet to the CFR. The CFR owns her, Oh my God. Gorgeous. Yeah. But the thing is, back to that, y'all have to see this girl, man. I don't know if she was real or not. She was like her face was made out of more fucking plastic and shit. But other than that, man, we just gotta make sure that, we keep our resource from not being used up. I love my Puerto Ricans, I love my Dominicans, but y'all come here, y'all know what y'all here for. Y'all can have 20 fucking kids, 15 kids and still get on welfare, but I'm paying for it. Ain't that some shit? But y'all can work in self-employed and make me pay high taxes. I pay 48% of taxes. Y'all don't know what that's like. I can make $900 a week and don't come home with nothing. You know? Y'all don't get that shit. While y'all fucking shopping at Macy's and all this shit over here, this will get them. They be shopping out here, right? Got EBT cards. Tell the welfare office that they can't fucking feed their children. And they be down here at Macy's shopping and shit. This is where you want to catch the welfare queens at, you know? Down in Spring Street and all that shit. And they be like, oh, I don't got no money. And then they fucking drug deal the fucking week. That's how they do it in New York City. And they lie. I know everybody in the welfare system. They said this lady came here the other day talking about she can't feed her kids. But she don't want to work. She's fucking 27 years old, never had a job. But she want to use up the system while her fucking boyfriend is in jail. You know what I mean? And taxpayers was paying for his jail system and paying for the fucking baby be fed and all that shit. This shit is crazy. So people need to realize that New York City is a subsidized city. And we the only ones in the United States that has the highest rate on welfare, public assistance, you name it. This is why we have every nationality here. You know what I mean? Because people sit here like, why we got so many nationalities here in New York City? Because they come here because we have the highest fucking welfare resource. True story. You could be an immigrant coming here with 5 kids. Your rent's paid for, everything's paid for. So that's what they come here for. And that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to open up gates so the foreigners can come here and fucking use up our fucking resource. You know, I had nothing against my peoples overseas, but we can't do that in your country. Because y'all don't have nothing out there. You know, but dirt and grass and that's it. You know, y'all just living on the fucking fat of the land. And that's why the Europeans is coming here to this country so they can fucking buy all the real estate, tear down the buildings, move back to their country, live off the piggyback life, everybody else pay the rent, and they get rich by charging people $5,000 to $10,000 a month for a fucking condo in a loft. And the shit is small as a motherfucking bathroom, man. You know what I mean? That's what they do. We can't do that overseas. We do that overseas, we gotta stay there for 6 months and leave. Get that green card and that's it, go. But other than that, Republican power, you know, Trump, have so much faith in this guy because he's a businessman. And this nation we live in is a corporation. So we need a CEO like him to generate money because Hillary Clinton is not good with money. She like to borrow money, but she's not doing good with it. She's not, you know, giving it back to the people that's working hard. You know, and as a taxpayer, I'm tired of this shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm tired of working for lazy fucking poor people. I'm tired of working for foreigners that come here and get rich and leave them back to their country. I'm tired of my European people giving me coins. I got mad coins of European money. Go back to their country. Yo, listen to this shit. Do you know that people can come here and work for 9 months and get an income tax check at the end of the fucking year? We can't do that overseas in a European country. We ain't get no fucking tax return. They can get a tax return and they don't have to be from this fucking country. That's some shit, man. I gotta go. Republican power. Big shout out to NRTC. Big shout out to everybody at BKS. Big shout out to everybody that's out there that's voting for Republicans. You know, y'all making the right choice. Stop voting for Democrats because y'all fucking losers. Because you want to vote for your slave masters just like how it was in the plantation. You know, and people would sit there talking about, oh, Hillary Clinton she talks with a nice poise and all that stuff. Listen, she's a crook. The biggest crook on earth. She had thousands of people died in 9/11. That's her fault. She had a lot to do with that. She has a lot to do with fucking Bin Laden, all that shit. You know, borrow money here and there. And y'all don't know the politics behind to what she had done. That's why she got sick when she went to the 9/11 memorial. Because she was like, oh my God. Because she knows she has a lot to do with the people that died in 9/11. Even in Washington. Even in fucking other places in the nation when the planes crashed. You know? But that's the way y'all want it. Y'all want your slave masters back in? Now be my guest. And Obama, y'all fucking bums. You and Michelle are the biggest bums ever that ever came to the White House. Because y'all have made no results. Y'all lowered the gas prices, but you did not create no fucking jobs. Ain't that some shit? Raise my taxes up to 48%, and guess what? Shanika with the Negro and all these fucking hood boogers sit home all day living off my fucking cash. Because the more you move into a poor neighborhood like Newark, Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, wherever the fuck you at, and that person has a baby, guess who that comes out of? Me and others. My dad, everybody else. Because we work in long terms over Social Security. Y'all don't get it, man. Y'all don't get it. That's what